Two Robots, story by Mark Restaino, illustrations by Afriana's Dwi Yoga. Are you ready? Let's take a look. There once were two inventors, and they each created a robot. The one inventor wanted his robot to do good and help people. The inventor's name was Dr. Sarov, and he called his robot Blue. The other inventor also wanted his robot to do good and help people. The other inventor's name was Dr. Michaels, and he called his robot Red. However, the two inventors programmed their robots differently. Dr. Sarov programmed Blue to always do good and to obey his commands. Dr. Michaels, on the other hand, programmed Red with the ability to choose. When Dr. Sarov told Blue to clean up his toys, Blue would do good and obey. But when Dr. Michaels told Red to clean up his toys, Red would sometimes do good and obey, but other times he chose not to, and instead he would start dancing with his toys on his head. When Dr. Sarov told Blue to drink his green battery juice, Blue would do good and obey. But when Dr. Michaels told Red to drink his green battery juice, Red would sometimes do good and obey, but other times he chose not to, and instead he would throw his green battery juice up at the ceiling. When Blue was told to brush his sound box, Blue did good and obeyed. But when Red was told to brush his sound box, sometimes Red would use the brush to paint the bathroom mirror. When Blue was told to shut down to recharge, Blue did good and obeyed. But when Red was told to shut down to recharge, sometimes Red would jump on the bed. Every time Red disobeyed, it broke Dr. Michael's heart. Dr. Michaels wanted the best for Red, but every time Red disobeyed, Dr. Michaels knew that Red wasn't fulfilling his purpose to do good. Despite Red's disobedience, Dr. Michaels still loved Red. One day, the inventors decided to meet and show each other their robots. They were both really proud of their inventions. Outside the lab, Dr. Sarov boasted to Dr. Michaels, "This is my robot. His name is Blue. He will always do good and obey my commands. Watch this. Blue, pick up the piece of broken glass and throw it in the dumpster." Blue confirmed.
Affirmative. Disposing of broken glass.
"Interesting decision," Dr. Michaels commented.
"What do you mean?"
questioned Dr. Sarov.
"I thought you also wanted your robot to do good and obey your commands."
"I do," confirmed Dr. Michaels. "But Red doesn't always do good. I decided to program him with the ability to choose."
Dr. Sarov chimed in.
"Well, I also gave Blue the ability to choose. For example, if I commanded Blue to do something bad, he would choose not to do it. Watch. Blue, find the broken glass and put it back on the ground." Blue responded.
I am sorry, Doctor, but I cannot make a mess.
"See?"
said Dr. Sarov. As they walked towards the lab, Dr. Michaels continued to question, "If Blue can only choose good, does he really have the ability to choose at all?" Dr. Sarov replied and questioned back,
"But why would I want a robot that would ever choose to make a bad decision?"
"Good question," declared Dr. Michaels. "Maybe to teach him."
"Teach him what?" asked Dr. Sarov. "He's connected to the internet with its unlimited knowledge. What else is there to teach him?"
"Another good question," stated Dr. Michaels. As the inventors continued discussing their robots in the lab, Blue went into another room to meet Red, who was building a city with blocks.
Hello, my name is Blue,
said Blue.
Hi, Blue. I'm Red,
said Red.
Would you like to play a game with me? Affirmative. What game shall we play? How about catch? Catch, the game of throwing and catching a ball. Affirmative. We will play catch. Yeah, cool. But instead of a ball, let's play catch with this block. Here, catch.
Red threw the block and Blue caught it and said,
Catch is not meant to be played with blocks. What about a book?
asked Red.
Here, catch.
While still holding the block, Blue caught the book and said,
Catch is not meant to be played with books either. No? How about a lamp then?
asked Red.
Catch is not meant to be played with the lamps,
stated Blue.
Catch must be played with a ball.
Oh, here's a ball,
exclaimed Red as he picked up a globe.
Catch this!
In an instant, the globe was flying through the air, but this time Blue's hands were full with the other objects, and he could not catch the globe. The globe fell to the ground and shattered.
Oh no,
Panicked Red.
What did we do? You broke the globe,
Responded Blue.
You made a mess,
I didn't mean to,
Sighed Red.
You are broken,
Declared Blue.
Huh? I am not broken,
Stated Red.
the globe is broken.
You made a mess and you did not intend to make the mess. You are broken,
Determined Blue.
You must be disposed of.
Blue then picked up Red along with the pieces of the broken globe, went outside, threw them in the dumpster and headed back into the lab. Down in the dark and disgusting dumpster, Red felt scared and alone. I am broken, thought Red. I deserve to be here. I am here because I chose to do wrong. I knew I shouldn't have played catch with the globe and other items. Why can't I just be good? Then Red thought, I know, I'll contact Dr. Michaels and maybe he can teach me how to be good. Instead, the lab, Dr. Michaels received a message from Red and read it out loud to Dr. Sorov. The message said, Dear Dr. Michaels, I am in the dumpster. Please help me. I'm sorry I broke the globe. Please teach me how to be good. As Dr. Michaels raced to the dumpster, Dr. Sorov shouted,
You should just leave him there. Didn't you hear what he said? He broke your globe. He'll probably break something else in the future. He's broken.
Dr. Michaels yelled back, You're right. He might break something in the future, but I know he'll learn from this. At that moment, Dr. Michaels then dove into the disgusting dumpster and pulled Red out of the dark.
Thank you,
Said Red. You're welcome, replied Dr. Michaels. I'm glad you messaged me. I want you to know that I'm always here for you. You are never alone.
I know,
said Red. Later that night, after both robots had cleaned up their toys, drank their green battery juice, brushed their sound boxes and shut down to recharge, the doctors continued their discussion. Dr. Sorov questioned Dr. Michaels.
I still don't understand why you programmed Red with the ability to choose. Why didn't you just program him like I programmed Blue?
Because, replied Dr. Michaels, Red will learn something from tonight's experience that Blue will never learn.
There you go again, talking nonsense, balked Dr. Sorov. Like I said, Blue is connected to the internet. What else is there for him to learn?
Dr. Michaels gently answered. What about mercy and forgiveness? Dr. Sorov didn't have a response. Dr. Michaels was right. If Blue never did anything bad, he would never know what it is like to experience mercy and forgiveness. After some silence, Dr. Sorov spoke up.
Okay, I admit that Blue will never experience mercy and forgiveness. However, I still think it's better to have a robot that serves you and does good without fail, don't you?
Dr. Michaels replied, You have it backwards. I could have easily programmed Red like you programmed Blue, but I didn't intend for Red to serve me, do good, and even love me without fail. I programmed Red so that he would know that I will serve him, I will do good, and I will love him, even when he fails. And with that, Dr. Michaels walked over to Red and kissed him goodnight. The end. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Psalm 136:1. I hope you enjoyed this book and you learned a lesson. Don't forget to be good and listen to Mommy and Daddy. Subscribe and like. Bye-bye.